Okay, let me ask you this question, because you mentioned some of the high-profile, successes that you have recorded. But what measures? What's the yardstick, for measuring your performance? And in the sense that some people have actually argued that ICPC has not been able to be effective in prosecuting high-profile, corruption cases.
Now, when you look at the measure of corruption, it's not only prosecution of high-profile cases that you use to measure, because the measure corruption basically in three areas. One, there is issue of public education and enlightenment, because you need to talk to people, because this corruption is not an issue of going to court. Then secondly, you have to look at the recovery you have been making, what kind of things you have recovered, and also the area of prevention. What are things you have done in order to block this kind of problem that's happening? And one thing which people fail to appreciate is that, take a look at statistics of the entire fight against corruption from 2000 to date. If you look at the number of convictions secured by all anti-corruption agencies, you will see that those high-profile cases that people are talking are very, very insignificant. They're not much. Why? Because when you look at this issue of prosecution, it takes a lot of time, because one, you start from trial court to the Court of Appeal to the Supreme Court. The first case which the Supreme Court confirmed conviction, it was an ICPC case that involved a former member of House of Reps. It took many years, because before you reach Supreme Court, it was minimum of 10 years. So that is why, if you take the statistics, you will see that most of the cases that the anti-corruption agents secure conviction are not those big cases that people are saying. If you look at it, there are cases that involve, because the reason why I'm saying this thing, because like I said, that it's hardly will you find those high-profile cases that will end at the trial court.
So are you saying the judicial process itself is a challenge to prosecution for the ICPC?
This is a truth, that judicial process in this country is a challenge, not only for ICPC, for all justice sector actors. Because when you look at what is happening within the justice sector, you will know that there are challenges. One issue I keep on seeing is that, which all of us in the justice sector we've agreed, that now in Nigeria it's difficult for you even to find certainty in law, because sometimes there are so many confusion, there are contradictory decisions, which even the judiciary has acknowledged that there is challenge around that area. And also our colleagues too, the lawyers, when you find out sometimes they bring all kind of application to delay the process. So that is why you discover that all the agencies that are prosecuting cases, not only anti-corruption agencies, even other agencies, that they are facing this kind of challenge, because the system is designed in such a way that it is very difficult for you to have smooth prosecution and secure conviction. Let me give you an example. In the electoral process previously, election dispute, there was this kind of challenge. But later, there was amendment of constitution where a timeline was put that you must finish all election dispute within 6 months, 180 days. That has bring a lot of progress to the area. That is what I think we need to do in corruption cases, that we need to put timeline. And also, I'm not saying that it's only the judiciary. To be frank, even we and corruption agents, sometimes the investigation, some of them are not thorough. That's why when you go, you see that sometimes we file huge number of count charges, and also keep on amending and patching our cases. This is also another challenge, which it's posed to the issue of the fight against corruption. And that's the area where we are looking at it to ensure that before we file a case in court, we must ensure that we do a thorough job. And also one thing I want to appeal to Nigerians, they should appreciate that corruption cases are complex. They need thorough investigation. When you look at other crimes, one case may take them 5-6 years before they finish investigation. They will not even call you. They will be gathering the evidence, the facts and the evidence before they will invite you. Once they invite you, they know that they have thorough case. But in Nigeria, because of the pressure of public, Maybe that's why then sometimes they rush to court and also time waste. During my time, and I promise that no, we are not going to be doing that. We will ensure that no matter what, we must do a thorough investigation, even if it's going to take time. It doesn't mean that it must be done under my watch. If we do thorough investigation, once we invite you, we show you the facts and evidence, you will just open up. There are examples which we did recently, whereby we gather all our facts and evidence, and we confronted the suspect. They admitted that yes, that is true, because we had all the evidence. And another challenge which we need to look at is that there is this issue of whistleblower bill that is pending for National Assembly. We need to pass it, because if you pass that bill into law, people will come up with information. They know they have protection, so that will give us that a lot of information credible that you can use to file the charges, which people feel like that the only way to find corruption is by filing charges against high profile people or politically exposed person. So I think, like you said, that judicial process is quite a challenge to the fight against corruption.
Yes, having mentioned some of the challenges that ICPC, face in the course of doing their work, carrying out their duties. So I just want to, just like a follow-up question to that, how does ICPC maintain its independence and autonomy in the face of political pressure, or interference from other branches of government?
Yeah, we try as much as possible. For me, as the chairman of ICPC, I try whatever I do it fairly. And as well, I keep on saying, you cannot lead an corruption agency without having three things. You must have knowledge. And secondly, you must be courageous. And thirdly, you must have integrity. Once you have these three things, that will be able to give you you can be able to maintain that independence. But once you lack this, either of these three things, it will be difficult for you, even if the independence is given to you. Let's say that you, because of lack of this thing. So at ICPC, will try as much as possible to do what is right, and also to stand by what we believe is right. But also the pressure is not only from political. That's one thing, because even Nigerians, they keep on putting pressure, not only on just even the public officers. I keep on saying it. Our culture is our problem, because there are a lot of things that are happening that those of us at the helm of public office will tell you. Family, friends, people will look at you that, please, chairman, you can do this and that, you can do, and when you resist, people will look at you that you are a difficult person, you're awkward, it's like you are from moon. This is something that we keep on insisting, no, things must be done the way they're supposed to be. So that's why Nigerians should understand that they should give their own contribution, because it's not only, like I said, it's not only from political pressure, because there are pressure also from the society, that you see even people encouraging those who engage in corruption because they are one of their own. They will feel like, why are you following this? Is it because he's not from your tribe, from your region, from your geographical area? All these things, these are things that are putting pressure on the anti-corruption agencies. So it's not only the political pressure that is also a challenge for us in anti-corruption agencies.